Okay, so I just made it to the third dungeon inside Jabu-Jabu's belly, and they call him Lord Jabu-Jabu. I'm not sure how the hierarchy works, like if the king outranks the whale, or if the king is taking orders from the whale. Or maybe it's just that the king says, "Oh, the whale told me we ought to implement this rule. Hey, don't blame me, the whale told me to do it." And it's really the king making up all the rules since the whale can't talk. Now, if you see that little white thing coming out, I'm not even sure what that is, and I probably don't want to know, but whatever it is, if you hit it, it'll let you move further on in the dungeon. So there's these things. Again, I don't know what they are. I'll just call them doors. These jellyfish are really irritating too. You can't hit them with the slingshot, or if you hit them with the sword, they're going to electrocute you. Well, if she didn't put the letter in the bottle, who did? So, I guess these are like holes you can fall through. Doesn't that seem a little unsafe? Doesn't the father care about that at all? Aren't there stomach acids or something? Or couldn't she get hurt in there? I'm not sure how the biology of Zors works. Maybe they're immune to that sort of thing. So now you have to carry her around because she's a princess. At least she actually is a princess, though. Okay, so this part takes a while, so I'm just going to speed it up for you. So there are these manta rays in the water that come out and attack you, and you can't hurt them while they're in the water like that. You just got to wait for them to come out. Look at that, I just threw a bomb and got it. What a great way to kill it. Okay, I have an empty bottle now because that bottle used to have the letter in it. So now I have a total of 3 empty bottles. That's really going to come in handy. Okay, so now the only way I can get her across is if I throw her while the water is low. So it's actually required for the story that you bring her along, so this is something you have to do. And she makes a great weapon too. You can just throw her into enemies and it harms them. I wonder how much she weighs. Look at that, I don't even have to use slingshot ammo, I can just throw her up there. Now if she wants to be carried, at least she should make herself useful. Uh-oh. So no, these enemies can be killed with the slingshot, but I think using the bomb would be a little more fun. Second thought, forget it. I'll just use the slingshot. They can also be killed if you have the, what was it, the Kokari. Anyway, if you have that shield that you get in the first part of the game for 40 rubies, you can reflect back their shots at them. You know, I've actually never walked out with her. I wonder what would happen if I tried. Like, could I just take her and walk her back to the king? I'm a little reluctant to do this. Is she gonna stop me, or what happened? Oh, no, no. I don't think I wanted to do that. Oh, no. So now, because I stupidly walked out, now I've got to go all the way back down and find Ruto again. So I'm just going to speed this part up for you. It's just the same part I did before. And I'm taking a shortcut here. Well, I'm not really sure if it is a shortcut, but I'm just taking a different path than I did last time. Now she scolds you because you let her go like that. Look at that, you can use her as a weapon. How great is that? Yeah, take that. Take some Ruto. How's that feel? Okay, so I finally make it back to where I was before. Now, if you notice, this is the part where you drop down and find Ruto. But instead of dropping down, I'm going to go to the other side where the door is. Now these enemies here, these little caterpillars, those are actually kind of difficult to destroy right now. I don't think using your sword on them works. You saw the slingshot doesn't work. Oh hey, so even if you don't throw her, if they just touch Ruto, they die. I mean, how powerful of a weapon is that? She must weigh a lot. It's a good thing I have that power bracelet from the Gorons. Look at that, and she doesn't even get hurt by those enemies. Alright, so that was one of those switches that you have to leave something on in order for it to work. It's kind of the equivalent to those silver switches, but they don't really have buttons and things in here since we're inside of a whale. Alright, so it looks like I can't do anything in that room yet. Now she blabs on about taking responsibility and things, but I don't want to do that. I just want to get the spiritual stones. Look at that, she's just sitting there smiling. She doesn't mind any of this. Oh, what is this? I'm taking her on a tour or something? Wow, she can even hit those enemies while they're underground or underwater like that. Whatever the substance this is, whether it's a solid or liquid. But anyway, she can hit them. Yeah, take some of that. Take some Ruto. I just killed them all by throwing Princess Ruto into them. Alright, now this is actually a very useful item. So it's like the slingshot, but it doesn't use up ammo. Well, actually there are some more differences between the boomerang and the slingshot. The boomerang freezes enemies like the Decanuts instead of harming them. And in addition to that, the boomerang kind of goes on a different path, but I'll get more into that later. Alright, so that path was blocked. Man, who needs a sword? I got a weapon right here. So, the boomerang apparently can kill those enemies. So yeah, I guess there are some enemies that only the boomerang can kill, especially in this dungeon. Now, if you remember, I went here before, but I couldn't harm this enemy, but now that I have the boomerang, I should be able to. Alright, got it once. Twice. At least it didn't do that much damage. Okay, so I already got the boomerang, and there's another big chest. So I guess it'd be the map, since generally the map comes before the compass. Okay, I got the map. Oh, well, I needed to use you to press the switch down so I can get your spiritual stone. Look at that, she's not scared of any of these enemies. And I thought Link had the Triforce of Courage. Or maybe she's just stupid. Maybe she just doesn't realize the danger in all this. So apparently there's a time limit. I don't know why or what would happen at the end of the time limit. Maybe the whale would pass gas or something, so that has all these gas bubbles in its stomach. I'm not sure what's going on here. But anyway, the time limit shouldn't really be a problem. Alright, another big chest. So I already got the map and the boomerang, so this must be the compass. Like I mentioned in an earlier video, most of these dungeons have 3 big chests, which are the dungeon's key item, like the boomerang or the bombs, and along with the map and compass. So if you see 3 chests, it's probably one of those 3. Okay, so that area is still blocked off. Oh. Alright, I took it out. Now I think that was the same color of that parasite tentacle in the center of this pathway. So if I go back there, it should be free for me to go through. I'm getting tired of defeating these worms over and over, so I'm just gonna go past them. What are those? Are those like giant worms or centipedes? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this room, they make it a little more difficult by adding jellyfish to it. Now, if you remember, you can't kill those with the sword or the slingshot, but the boomerang seems to be able to do it. Uh-oh, these jellyfish are getting too close. I don't want to deal with these, I just want to finish this parasite tentacle off. Oh! Come on, all I need to do is hit it probably one more time and it's over. There we go, I got it. Now just to take care of these jellyfish. I don't know what that stuff is that's covering the door, and I probably don't want to know. Okay, so if you remember, there used to be a giant green slimy thing covering that hole on the right, but now it's gone and it's free for me to drop through. So I'm just going to use this slingshot to take them out. That's a little easier. So here's another thing really useful about the boomerang. It can actually draw those gold spider tokens to you. So like if something's really far away and you can't jump over to it, you can just use the boomerang and bring it to you. Hey, 2 for 1. But I can't really get the rewards when they're way over there. spiritual stone already? Where's the boss? You know, I bet there's gonna be a boss in this room or something. Like, it's gonna stop you from getting there. Oh, I can't jump up? You know, I really wonder what would happen, like, if you used a cheat code or something to fly up there and get the spiritual stone first. Like, would it actually register it, or would you just walk through it? Because this really bugs me. I can't get the spiritual stone. There's no way for me to get up there, so I have to throw Ruto on. Alright, there you go. Well, I don't care that she got it. I want to get it. What, she still wants me to take her home? She can't just go home herself? Oh, what the... So I really don't like this boss just because it's very difficult to catch up with him. Alright, I'm almost there. I'm making ground. So you have to kind of get really close to the spikes in order to make some ground, but if you get too close, then you get hit. Am I getting closer? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, no, I'm just gonna let him hit me so that way he'll turn around and I can get up really close to him. Almost there. Yes, I got him. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a jumping slash with a stick. Oh wow, that actually killed him in one hit. So normally you do the slash with the regular sword, and it'd take 4 hits to kill him. But thanks to the jumping slash with the stick, I don't have to worry about that. I just attack him once. Hey, another fairy. What does this... Is this whale eating pots or eating fairies? How does all this stuff even get inside of a whale's stomach? So these red... I have no idea what these red things are, but whatever they are, you can paralyze them by hitting with the boomerang. I guess they're like sponges. Okay, so this actually created a pathway joining these two parts of the dungeon. So I was actually in this part of the dungeon earlier, and this could save me time later, like if I ever die or want to restart the dungeon, then I can start from over here instead of doing the whole thing all over again. Okay, so this is another one of these switches that only work while you're standing on it. But you can use a box too, it doesn't have to be one of those giant buttons. Okay, so now you'll see what I was talking about by the boomerang going on a different pathway. You couldn't hit this just by using the slingshot because the boomerang loops around. You can hit it. Alright, and that opened the door. Now you notice on the compass and the little map there's a skull by the door. So that probably means I'm going to be fighting the boss of this dungeon next. Alright, here we go, it's boss time. Baronade, the bioelectric anemone. So I guess I'm fighting this Baronade and it has a lot of jellyfish attached to it. So I just gotta break these tentacles on the top here with the boomerang. Alright, I did a lot of damage there if you count that jumping stick. So maybe I should keep track. I think I did 3 regular slashes and a jumping stick, so that's 7 damage. So apparently these jellyfish are immune to boomerangs while they're spinning. What's that about? Alright, got it. There we go, I got it again. So maybe I can't hit the main boss, the Baronade, until I get rid of all these jellyfish first. Alright, I got it again. So that's 11 hits. So it's already taken more damage than the previous boss. I killed the previous boss in only 8 hits. Okay, so that's 15 hits. So now it's taken more hits than not only the previous boss, but the boss before that. Which took 12 hits, I think, or 3 jumping splashes with the stick. Alright, 19 hits, and that did it. It's probably an even number, like 16, but 19 is the amount of damage I did. Okay, so as usual, there's a heart container there that I'm going to skip. Oh, Ruto's in the portal with me. Where was she? Did that barnacle thing eat her? So now I save her, and all she can do is complain that I'm late. Yeah, I want the spiritual stone. That's what I came for. Can you imagine being her wife? You know, it's bad enough when you save her life and she says you're late, but can you imagine every single time you're late, you're late, you're late? And then that thing about taking responsibility just because you leave her for 2 seconds. Every time you go out, she'd be saying, "Oh, why don't you take responsibility? You're not carrying me all the time? You're not taking enough responsibility, pal." Oh, that'd be awful. So you know what I'm gonna do? I take this Ruby under false pretenses, and I really have no intention of marrying her at all. She can believe whatever she wants. I'm not responsible for what she assumes. The important part is that I got the third spiritual stone.